Imagine a world where advanced civilizations suddenly disintegrate, leaving only scattered remnants of their once mighty empires. This is not a dystopian novel or a Hollywood blockbuster, but a real chapter from our own history. Picture the Bronze Age, a time of remarkable advancement with thriving economies, complex social structures, and technological marvels. Yet, around 3,200 years ago, this age came to an abrupt and unexplained end. The grandeur of the Mycenaeans, Hittites, and Egyptians faded into oblivion, their once bustling cities reduced to ghost towns. From the Aegean Sea to the Nile River, a chilling silence fell. This period, known as the Late Bronze Age collapse, remains one of history's most intriguing mysteries. In the blink of an eye, the world as they knew it had vanished. But why, you ask? Stay with me as we unravel this mystery. First up on our list of possible culprits, Mother Nature herself. Picture this: the Bronze Age, a time of prosperity, technological advancements, and complex trade networks. Now, imagine this thriving era gradually succumbing to the wrath of nature. A subtle yet lethal shift in climate might have played a major role in the collapse of this golden epoch. The theory goes like this: a period of prolonged droughts could have led to widespread crop failures. These failures, in turn, would result in devastating food shortages. The once flourishing civilizations, now faced with a scarcity of resources, would struggle to survive. The social fabric would start to unravel, leading to societal unrest and eventually the downfall of these civilizations. But the question remains, was it really the changing climate that led to such a dramatic turn of events? Next on our list are the enigmatic Sea Peoples, a force as destructive as they are mysterious. Emerging from the shadows of history, the Sea Peoples were a confederation of naval raiders who wreaked havoc across the Mediterranean during the Late Bronze Age. Their origins remain a puzzle, their names lost to time. Yet the chaos they unleashed is etched in the annals of ancient civilizations. From the Hittites to the Egyptians, no kingdom was safe from their onslaught. They swept across cities, leaving destruction in their wake, disrupting trade routes and destabilizing economies. The Sea Peoples weren't just invaders, they were catalysts of chaos, contributing to the societal collapse and the end of an era. Their relentless invasions, coupled with other prevailing issues, likely overwhelmed the Bronze Age civilizations. Were the Sea Peoples the final blow to the Bronze Age civilizations? Possibly, but let's dig deeper. From the skies above to the earth below, nature's fury knows no bounds. The Bronze Age was no exception to this rule. Imagine, for a moment, the ground beneath your feet shaking uncontrollably, buildings crumbling, fires igniting, chaos reigning. This was the reality for many during the Bronze Age. Seismologists and historians alike have noted the presence of earthquake activity in regions where these ancient civilizations thrived. The destruction of infrastructure and loss of life would have been considerable. Roads, palaces, temples, and trade routes all could have been drastically affected by these natural disasters. The loss of these key elements could have led to societal instability and, eventually, collapse. Furthermore, it wasn't just earthquakes. Volcanic eruptions, drought, and extreme weather events could also have played a role. Each of these disasters would have added another layer of stress on these Bronze Age societies. Could the Earth's tremors have shaken these civilizations to their core? Quite possibly, but our investigation doesn't stop here. Now, imagine a world where everything is interconnected. A world where the rise and fall of civilizations are not isolated events, but interconnected points in a vast historical tapestry. The Bronze Age was a time of extensive trade and political alliances. But these connections also meant that if one civilization fell, it could send shockwaves through the rest. Consider a game of dominoes. One tile topples, causing the next to fall, and so on. Now, Apply this concept to the Bronze Age. If one civilization collapsed, it could disrupt trade routes, creating economic chaos. Political alliances could crumble, leading to instability and conflict. This domino effect could have rippled across the Bronze Age world, leading to the widespread collapse. It's a compelling idea, isn't it? But remember, history is rarely simple. Could a domino effect have caused this widespread collapse? It's a fascinating theory, but there's still more to explore. The greatest threats come from within. As we delve deeper into the Bronze Age collapse, we cannot overlook the theory of internal decay. Could the empires of the past have been their own worst enemy? Picture this: political instability, a common symptom of a society in turmoil. Rival factions, power struggles, corrupt leaders, all gnawing at the pillars of the state. Could this internal discord have been a catalyst for the collapse? Then comes economic decline, trade networks faltering, wealth dwindling, and resources shrinking. A society hobbled by economic hardship is like a castle built on sand, easily washed away when the tides of adversity rise. Lastly, let's not forget social unrest. Inequalities and discontent among the masses can be like a simmering pot, ready to boil over. The resulting chaos could have been the final straw, pushing these Bronze Age civilizations over the edge. Could these civilizations have crumbled from within? It's a possibility we cannot ignore. What if it wasn't just one factor, but a deadly combination? Picture this: the climate is changing, becoming harsher and less predictable. Crops fail, and people starve. Meanwhile, the Sea Peoples, a mysterious force, are on the move, invading and causing chaos. Natural disasters are also on the rise, with earthquakes and droughts becoming all too common. And within the societies themselves, there's decay. Political instability, economic decline, social unrest, all simmering beneath the surface. Now, imagine all these factors converging, culminating in a series of events that prove too much for these Bronze Age civilizations to bear. It's like a row of dominoes, each one toppling the next, leading to a collapse that's swift and brutal. This is the combination theory, the idea that it wasn't just one thing, but a host of factors that together led to the end of an era. Could it have been a perfect storm of catastrophes that brought about the end of the Bronze Age? It's a compelling thought, isn't it? In the wake of the collapse, a new world emerged. As the dust settled on the wreckage of the Bronze Age, civilizations rose from the ashes, adapting to the new norms of their world. The Hittites, Mycenaeans, and Egyptians, once towering powers, now lay in ruins, paving the way for the ascent of new entities like the Greeks and the Israelites. The Bronze Age's demise also heralded a shift in technological advancement. Bronze, once the symbol of power and prestige, gave way to iron, marking the dawn of a new age. This transition to the Iron Age brought about significant changes in warfare, agriculture, and daily life, shaping the course of human history. Yet, as we marvel at the resilience of humanity and its ability to adapt and evolve, we can't help but reflect on the Bronze Age's abrupt end. From the ashes of the Bronze Age, a new world was born. But the mystery of its collapse still lingers. Why does the Bronze Age collapse matter to us today? This event, which unfolded over 3,000 years ago, may seem irrelevant to our modern lives. But the reality is quite the opposite. The Bronze Age collapse offers us a unique window into how societies respond to crises. Imagine societies flourishing, and then suddenly, they're gone. It's like a civilization-wide game of dominoes tumbling down. The parallels to our own era are stark as we grapple with issues like climate change and political instability. These ancient societies faced their own environmental challenges, invasions, and internal strife, yet they failed to adapt and survive. Their collapse provides us with a sobering reminder of the potential consequences of failing to effectively respond to crises. By understanding their struggles, we can glean lessons on resilience, adaptation, and the importance of proactive action in the face of adversity. By studying the Bronze Age collapse, we can learn valuable lessons for our own time. The Bronze Age collapse is a fascinating mystery waiting for you to uncover its secrets. To delve deeper into this intriguing period of history, a plethora of resources await you. Libraries, both virtual and physical, are treasure troves of knowledge, brimming with books that offer in-depth analysis and perspectives on this epoch. Documentaries, too, can provide a more visual and interactive approach, making the past come alive in your living room. Online, a world of information is at your fingertips. Scholarly articles, academic journals, and dedicated history websites offer a wealth of data for the curious mind. Forums and discussion groups can also be a great place to share ideas and theories, fostering a sense of community among fellow history enthusiasts. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned historian, the Bronze Age collapse offers endless avenues for exploration.